Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eye Girl 69. How y'all doing tonight? Well, it is January 27th of 2026. Year one, approximately 10:05 p.m. in the evening. Working on some laundry. Oh, sorry. Been yawning a lot. Working on some laundry for my daughter, my kids. Basically, I haven't done a damn thing today other than do laundry for myself and working on the laundry for my daughter, cleaning up some of her work clothes. And then I got another load of hers and Hunter's, and then I got some of the kids' laundry. But basically, I haven't done nothing today. I just sat here at the computer. My feet was freezing earlier, and my daughter got here. My feet were so numb that it just felt like pins and needles when I was walking on them. And I got me a heating pad and some pillows, a couple of pillows that I have, um, sitting on type pillows that like would go in a chair or something. I threw those down on the floor, and then I put my heating pad, plugged it in, and have been keeping my feet warm. And now my feet aren't numb, but I was glad my daughter got here because I was kind of freaking out. And then I realized this is because this cold floor in here. I got a draft over there by my door. And yeah, it's just because it's cold in here. And in fact, at one point in time, I was thinking about moving back in there to where I used to hang out on the couch. But then I have to move a lot of stuff around. I'm just like, ugh. So yeah, I just got that heater and my pillows, and my feet are staying pretty warm now. Kids are out of school again tomorrow, which is Wednesday, which means they've missed 3 days of school. Actually, four, because last Friday was already a scheduled virtual day. And then they had school out due to the weather on Monday, today, and I guess tomorrow. Probably the rest of the school week. I guess some of the roads where the buses go out in the country are still pretty bad and still pretty slick and whatnot. So, for the safety of the drivers as well as the safety of the children, they've decided to just do virtual where they do it online or whatever. I know Kelsey's wanting the kids to hurry up and get back to school, but she's just been doing her PCA job along with her door dashing. She made like $80 yesterday. 85 dollars door dashing. And it was only like, I think, maybe 4, 5 hours a time. Me, I don't really want to DoorDash until the streets are a little bit better. And tomorrow, the high, I think, is supposed to be around 38, 39 degrees. So that means a lot of this is going to melt off. And then I'm off Thursday and Friday. So hopefully, Thursday and Friday will be two good days for me to DoorDash. I do plan on DoorDashing that day. I mean, I'll probably get up, get ready, get dressed, get around, turn on my app, and or at least go out and warm up my car so it'll be ready to rock and roll. Turn on my app and see what happens. It'd be nice to make about 100 to 150 bucks in a couple of days, just because where I'm sitting right now with my paycheck coming in on Thursday, I have about $100 after my rent's paid. But my rent isn't technically due until the 5th of February. That's the latest I can turn it in and still be okay. So that'll give me another check, which will give me about 385 bucks, but after my rent's paid. But that would be for this week and next week, through the whatever. So yeah, I have to DoorDash. I definitely have to DoorDash. So I might as well try to make the best of it and DoorDash while I can this Thursday and Friday. Try to DoorDash at least 8, 9, 10 hours and see how I can do. Heck, if I can make a couple $100, that'd be great. Because then I'd go ahead and just pay my rent and have it taken care of. It'd be out of the way. Thursday, I also have to go to Norman, so that might be another way I try to get up in that area, door dashing. Um, slide my way in through that way. Drive up to Norman Thursday morning. Be the first thing I do, when I leave here, and then just turn on my dash in the area that I'm in when I turn it on. So it'll find my location in Norman, and then hopefully it'll have some availability there. Once it has availability there, then I can, jump in and hopefully, if it's busy enough, keep that momentum going. And if I get an order that takes me to, say, Moore or south side of Oklahoma City, I'll take it. That way I can get in a different market and test that market out for a while. Even though I don't really like Oklahoma City streets because they're so pothole-ish. Yeah, I gotta go get some more Mother Earth Thursday, and I need to go uh, pick up my other Alchemist sticker from Dutch Bros. Um, this, I guess it was a week ago Wednesday. They were handing out merch, which was these color changing straws. But I wasn't really into that. And I guess the stands sold out of them pretty quickly or gave them out pretty quickly. So in their place, they had also sent these old stickers that I think were had supposed due to come out in like April of 2020. But because of COVID going on at that time, they just didn't put the sticker out. And it's an Alchemist sticker, and it's pretty cool. Um, so they were handing those out, but I came the next day and asked about it, but my broista, Bronwyn, said she had an extra one and she'd put it back for me in her locker, and that the next time I came, all I had to do was ask about it if she wasn't there. So I was thinking about going up today because when she told me that last Thursday, I told her, I was like, well, we got the snowstorm coming. I live in Purcell, but as soon as I can get back up here, I will definitely be back up here. I was like, if it's not Tuesday, next Tuesday, it'll probably be Thursday. But who knows? I don't have to be at work till 4 o'clock tomorrow. So who knows? I might get up and about tomorrow early enough uh, and take a roll up to Norman tomorrow to Dutch Bros and see if I can get my sticker, and who knows? Maybe do a couple of dashes before I have to come home and go to work. The roads aren't that bad. The main roads aren't that bad. The side streets are still but as far as like the main roads through here in Purcell, it's Main Street, Green Avenue, I think Washington Street, Canadian, semi-Canadian, and that's basically it. All the other residential streets, well, they're out of luck. It just depends on how much they've gotten driven on as to how much it's been broken down. Um, my grocery store parking lot looks like an ice skating rink. Um, I don't know as of today because it was pretty warm today. I know it was warm enough to melt some of this off. I haven't been up there. I didn't get out of the house today. I won't be going by there until tomorrow if I get out to go to Norman, or until have to go to work. Um, I am sort of tired of being cooped up here in this house, though. Not that I've been cooped up all day today. I hadn't gotten out of the house once, except for when I opened my door to see my daughter off, make sure she got to her car okay after she dropped off the laundry. As you can see, there's a pile behind me here. But I just wanted to make a video for today. I don't know, honestly, if I'm going to be able to make a video every day, because it's not like anything exciting happens in my life other than me just going to work or whatever. And me, while I'm sitting here by myself, I pretty much am indulging in Mother Earth and just doing as much research as possible as I can on different things, or listening to different people's videos and on different subject matters. I've saved a lot of photos recently. I've downloaded a lot of photos in the last probably 2-3 weeks, but I haven't put them in their respective albums on my computer. So I probably could work on that for a little while. I could probably watch a movie. But yeah, that's about it. As far as my daily routine, I get up, I make coffee if I need to, depending on what I have going that day. If I have to go to work, and depends on what time I have to be at work. Most of the time I come in at Sundays is 2:30, Mondays is usually 3 or 4, and Wednesdays is usually 3 or 4. And Saturdays is usually always 3. So I usually will get up, make myself some coffee, unless I had some left over from the night before. Depending on the day, will depend on if I take a shower. Because I do not take a shower on the daily. I feel like it dries out my skin too much, so I usually take a shower every other day. At least every 36 to 48 hours, probably. I usually try to, on the days I work, I make sure I have my clothes laid out, make sure I have all my stuff packed that I need. I make sure I have all my snacks, my food that I'm going to take, etc. I do that. I'll usually turn on the computer, chill out, wake and bake before I start trying to get my stuff ready for work. Then I go to work. When I come home, I get on the computer. Try to wind down. Do some more homage to Mother Earth, and depending, I might, make me a coffee or a late night snack or whatever. And I usually wind up going to bed somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. And the hours that I waken are usually somewhere between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. That's usually how it rolls. That's usually my routine. On my days off, nothing really changes other than the fact that I don't go to work. I don't have to get around and get food gathered or pack any bags or anything. Now, if I'm going to go out and DoorDash, I always make sure I have a bag. I make sure I have my charger with me, make sure I have what I need, my water, of course, my wallet and keys, and maybe some snacks. Um, Make sure I have my gloves. I always like to wear gloves. I always have my DoorDash bag in the car. And depending on the weather, will depend on what kind of coat I have. Um, if it's warmer when I go out in the daytime, I might only be wearing like a long sleeve shirt, light jacket. But when the evening comes and sun goes down, it's going to get a little colder. So I want to make sure I've got my heavier coats, hat, whatever it is that I might need. Those are on my days off if I DoorDash. Other than that, I'm pretty much just like, it depends on what time of the month it is too, as to what bills need to be paid, as to if I'm out going to pay that bill. I think it was one of me and my coworkers talking about it the other night, talking about the bills that we pay online versus the ones we pay in person. I told her, I was like, well, I've got four main bills: my rent, my electric, my cell phone, and my car insurance. I told her my rent, I get a money order for and drop it in the box, and let my landlady know it's been dropped. My electric, I go down and pay in person at the city hall. My cell phone is paid via the app, as well as my car insurance is paid via app. If I don't have enough to cover paying via app, my car insurance, as well as the cell phone company, would take payment in their physical location as well, with a debit card or cash or a combination of both. Probably more than likely debit card though. Uh, so that's not really an issue for me. Um, but that's basically, part of my monthly errands that I run, or bills that I have to pay. Um, I pretty much lead a pretty simple life. I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have people beating on my door wanting to come in and visit with me or anything like that. Um, or wanting something from me other than, my child. But like I told her tonight, because she just started a new job just a few weeks ago as a PCA, and she likes helping others. And she's like, yeah, she's like, my job is I help others. I can't even help myself. And I told her, well, that's what you got your mother for. Your mother's going to make sure that you and those kids have clean clothes at least. If that's the only thing that I can contribute, or if helping you pick up the kids on days that you can't make it back in town in time and I'm off work and have the ability to go fetch them from school, I'll do that. That's pretty much it as far as like, I told her, I was like, that's just one way I show my love for you is by doing those things for you, just to help you out. That's pretty much my life. Sitting here entertaining myself, which I've always done because I'm an only child. So that's never been an issue or a problem with me to find some shape, form, or fashion to entertain myself. Um, I know how to cook. I know how to prepare food. But I just don't have any desire to go out into this world and do things that a lot of people do. I have no desire to go out to eat as much as I used to. I don't have a desire to go to the grocery store and buy food just because. I have no desire to just go to the Wally World or local clothing store and buy stuff just because. I guess my focus and main energy giving thing that I do is pretty much minimal as far as like I don't give a lot of my energy to the world. I pretty much do what I have to do to be able to keep this place that I am residing in. Um, and that's it. That's what my main thing is, just to be able to afford to keep a roof over my head and do the things that I've been doing. I don't expect any elaborate lifestyle. I don't expect to be going and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars just like some people do, just because they have it, you know? Um, if I was, however, to come into a situation where I had a lot of funds and didn't know what to do with them, I would try to use them to the best of my ability to help other people the best I could, and put some back for a rainy day. Um, try to better myself in some shape, form, or fashion with something that would help me better in, like, say, my home or whatever. Um, anyway, today is January 27th, year one. This is Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. If you haven't done it yet, hit that like button, leave me a comment. If you haven't subbed yet, hit the sub button, hit the notification bell. Um, keep an eye out on my channel. Keep out for my posts, my shorts, because of the algorithm of YouTube. I might not get seen or posted out as much. So yeah, I hope all is well, and until the next time, I'm out.